Good morning if you're joining me live, and if you're joining me as a video, good morning. And welcome to the Medium channel where we bring you the spirituality behind the message. And this month is self-healing month, so a lot of my content is geared towards that. So I wanted to do a quick live video this morning to teach you how to use the root sound Om as a healing modality. Now, the degree to which we are sick or we're healthy is determined by how much imbalance we are with natural energy or the natural flows of the universe. We can get out of balance with that for a number of reasons, but once the balance is restored, then we are healthy. And the only time we should really experience any illness is when we're little and our immune systems are setting, when we are dying, and disease is part of an end of life process. It's part of a natural process as human beings. And we may get colds or viruses as a cleansing mechanism for our bodies, but all other times we should be healthy. And disease comes about through a number of ways. Like our social conditioning and our programming separates us from who we are spirit, and separates us from our ability to just allow chi or prana or life force energy to flow through us as nature intended. um, there's also ancestral stuff that happens. So there's certain, we'll say, energies that exist within past generations that we tend to inherit. So the cultural pain, the ancestral pain. Now, genetics will only tell you how you get ill if you get sick. Genetics will not be an absolute determiner of what illnesses you'll get in life, but they are a marker of what can happen to your body. So programming past lives, also what we need to learn as a soul. So illness can come through a lot of different origins. So things that we experienced emotionally growing up, and then we adopted that into a personal program. Emotions are energy emotion, and if there's certain emotions that are repeated, day after day, year after year, month after month, it changes our natural ability to allow just energy to simply flow through us. And it sets the seed for disease and illness to come in. So there's a lot of different ways that you can work in order to restore the energy balance. It starts with meditation and presence. And when you start to become present, and that's when you start to be able to feel or sense subtle energies. And the more you do it, the more you practice it, the more clear your perception and your ability to feel energy flowing through you and around you becomes. And one very powerful modality that you can use is sound vibrations, because certain sounds, certain root sounds, certain mantras, certain affirmations vibrate through the body to help to clear the energy cogs and to allow and to restore that natural flow of chi, that natural flow of health and well-being into our bodies. And one of the most powerful root sounds there are is the sound Om, which is what the sun and the earth vibrate in that sound frequency. And if we can um, cultivate that and work with that, we can send these vibrations through our body to clear all energy cogs. Because when we're programmed, we create blocks in our energy fields. When we have traumas in early life, it creates blockages in our energy fields. And we can also be born with a soul imprint from other lifetimes that will have energy blockages we experience in other lifetimes. There's many ways that we can get ill, but the solution is to reconnect with energy, reconnect with spirit, reconnect with source, reconnect with the quantum field, that realm where all possibilities already exist, and where your perfect health is guaranteed when you're able to vibrate on that frequency. Again, like I said, when we're passing on, then it's natural to get ill. That's part of it. But I think you understand that. So drinking some tea this morning. Cheers. So I say this a lot, but I'll say it again. understand that atoms are 99.999 or whatever percent empty space. It's only 0.01% matter. That's the nucleus, the electron, the not the electrons, the protons and neutrons. The electrons are minute even compared to the nucleus, and they travel at one hundredth the speed of light through that 99.99% empty space. And there's photons and quarks and all kinds of stuff that they're still discovering. But the point being is that we're energy. What is not matter, which is 99.99% of everything physical, is energy. So energy flows through those empty spaces. It changes the electronic flows. It changes the electrical flows through the body and around the body. With our thoughts and emotions, we can direct that energy. So when we connect with chi, connect with prana, we do that through presence, stopping the thoughts, stopping the drama, just breathing and just allowing yourself to expand and to feel all that there is that we may have forgotten. Once you get that and you cultivate your mind, then you start to learn how to consciously direct that through and around your body, and then you start to heal. Now, sound vibrations, it's any sound that you make vibrates in the body. Whatever vibrates affects your cells, it affects your energy, it affects your flow. So that's basically how it works. Now, the way to use Om as a healing modality is this. So you start, it's about a 15-second long Om, and you start by consciously vibrating the Om at your root chakra. And then as you do the Om, you circulate that, or you allow the sound current to rise up your center line through your 7 major chakras. And then when you're at the final it vibrates in the third eye, or the brow chakra, and then it comes out of the crown. So it opens up the crown, and then it spreads out like a lotus with 1,000 petals in all directions into infinity. So you're kind of bringing the energy of the earth in this particular method of oming. And you can do a couple little mental tricks. You can visualize the sound current as a double helix rising up your center line, or you can just simply have the Om starting at the base of your spine, or even at the soles of your feet, and just feel it as more of a broad energy just vibrating upwards as you do the sound. So I'm going to let you guys do this with me for a second, and I'll begin. Again, it's about 15 seconds. The final is about 1/3 the Om. And if you do this, Spear was saying about 10 minutes a day. I like to do things at 11. So if you do this 11 minutes a day, and if you do more than once, with that sound current, you can clear all the energy cogs, everything that's robbing you of your health. And when that happens and it starts to clear, of course, it can get a little bit uncomfortable. So there's other techniques that you may employ in order to clear maybe some past traumas, or work through some of your issues or whatever. But the idea is to keep doing it, and you work through the discomfort. The idea is to keep doing the Om and keep practicing presence every day. Every time you think about it, stop your thoughts, tune into your breath, be aware of your breath, body, and your environment while focusing on nothing, being aware of everything, and staying in that state of mind until something takes you out of it the next time doing it. And presence is supported by a meditation practice. So meditation every day will help you to cultivate this. The more you can clear your mind of the clutter, the 60,000+ thoughts per day that we all have, and the more we can just be open and present, the more we feel chi, the more we feel energy, the more we feel spirit, and the more we can cultivate and channel that through us in order to clear what's ever causing our health to be compromised in the first place. And yes, it really is that simple, but we are programmed to be very, very complicated. So, again, when you start to do this type of work, things that may be trapped in your system can get forced to the surface. We may experience that as physical issues, as emotional or mental issues. And yes, when you do this work and you have certain illnesses or diseases, the symptoms may get worse before they get better, but that's a sign that it's working. That's a sign that you're changing your vibration, you're activating it. And our egos are structured in such a way that it's part of our survival instinct. So the ego does not want to let go, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's disease. The ego identifies that with its survival. So you just have to keep doing it. You can't worry about all that stuff. You just have to keep doing it. So here again, here's the way we do it. Just relax, take a nice deep breath in, and let's just do it. So again, take a deep inhale and place your awareness on your root chakra. And as you keep oming and feel the energy rising up your center, activating your sacrum, then your solar plexus, and your heart, and your throat, and your third eye, and your crown, and expanding into the universe. So together, inhale. Yeah, really be aware of those vibrations, feeling the whole area, not just the small chakra, but that whole area in and around your body vibrating with the sound of Om. Inhale. One more time for good measure. And that's it. Do that as part of your practice. It may take a little bit of time, but this will work. And many of you know parts of my stories, how I've been able to use this and other techniques to heal lifelong illness. It didn't take overnight. It didn't take 3 or 4 days of doing Om or visualization or affirmation. It took over 3 years. So, it does take time to, it can. I mean, understand that miracles can happen. Like you could do this and it could be gone like that. But for most of us and most of the time, it's a process of clearing, a processing of awareness, of opening. So this root sound Om is here to open our vibration, open our energy field to the universe and allow universal energy to work with us. And the sound current itself vibrates at a certain frequency that it dislodges disease, it dislodges blockages, obstacles. Now, there's other healing sounds, there's other mantras. Om is a very simple, and this is a very simple way to start to clear. And it's not just physical, it could be emotional stuff. It could be things that you're creating in your life, because we want to be able to be present. When we are present, we start to lose our sense of human self-identity and identify more with who we are as spirit. And when we do that, we connect with spirit or source or the quantum field where all possibilities exist. And we can vibrate our intention in that field. We create it in our physical lives, whether it's better health or manifesting more money or a soulmate or whatever it is, the same principles apply. So this is a wonderful, simple technique that you can use to start to heal. Now, a very old and probably maybe one of the most, if not the most healing sound of the universe, is almost like reversing the Om into a ma. So you can reverse it. And you can bring the energy from the universe with the ma down to the crown of your head. And as you get to that last near the end, you can bring it down into your root and into your feet and into the earth. And there's actually a technique around that I'm going to share on my Spirit Mind Masterclass, and that's on my paid membership program. It's very inexpensive, by the way, but I have a membership program called the Spirit Mind Family. A lot of you know that already. And the Spirit Mind, or the Masterminds level, that's the highest tier. So that's a little bit more money. And what's added to that is the Spirit Mind Masterclass, which is basically learning how to cultivate energy to master your spirituality, master your life. So what I teach there is very much about that kind of stuff and that kind of content. All levels are welcome, but a serious commitment to your own spiritual growth and your own awakening would be a prerequisite for that. And on the Spirit Mind Family, it's at just $5 a month. What we have is a meditation, teach you how to go to the quantum to heal on that level, so that your body and your physical life will heal. So that's an exclusive meditation I have there. We have Heather Istara, who has a class tomorrow, by the way. When I think it's tomorrow. Gosh, I wish I had the date, or it may be, yeah, it's the 18th, on spiritual healing or connecting to spirit. So you can leave me a comment, or find it on our website, atombetweentheworlds.com. But she's got a video for us on the Spear Mind Family. So I'll leave all that information in the comments. I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. And I have an exclusive video, and we do Q&A. And on Saturday morning on all levels, I think this is the fourth Saturday coming up. It's either this Saturday or next Saturday. I should have gotten my dates in front of me, but I'm doing a live video just for my family, for the Spirit Mind Family, on Patreon on all levels. And there on this one, I'm going to talk a little bit about more what's going on in the society and how the forces that be are assaulting and attacking our health right now, and what we can do to be aware of that, to counter that, to not be fear-based about it. That's where it starts. To not be fear-based, but to understand that there are agendas and things are happening in our society that are very challenging and very troubling. And a lot of that is for control and power. And I can go a little bit deeper there because it's a private um, platform. So YouTube is public. I can't say everything about that here, but there I can. So you can get a little bit more of my views and how I'm seeing this whole process. But I see it as a great awakening. I don't see it as a fear-based exercise by any means, just to put that out there. So anyway, that's what I have to say about that. Anybody have a question before we finish up? And if not, I'll end. I didn't want to make this too long this morning. So yeah, practice the Om, do that. It's gonna make a really, really big difference. Thursday's download or upload, I guess, on the Medium channel is how to identify if your angels are with you. So it's the 11 signs of the angels. And the one that we released last Thursday, if you're having some financial issues, I did a meditation there, which again teaches you how to vibrate at the fields of energy that created everything in order to shift and to create more finance in your life. So anyway, that's what I have for you this morning. Namaste and aloha. Thank you for joining me, whether you're live or seeing this later. We're all connected. We're all one. I love you all, and may peace be with you. Namaste.